Hey everyone, my name is Shouldve. Our special guest again is...
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy NegroYasha. Holla at your boy. Representing for Team Dark Phoenix.
And I am the man behind the camera, Sean McQueen. The reason I'm behind the camera is because I was always in front of the camera before. I don't need to be in front of it again.
So, this discussion this time is primarily about the cards that didn't get hit or restricted. Like Anaconda, who's highly abused. Everyone abuses him. Even I do.
And it's not just for Dragoons. We know what you're all thinking. It's like I said in my video. Anaconda has the ability to use any spell that's either a super poly, it's a quick play fusion spell, or a regular fusion spell, and it's not limited to fusion summoning, like fusion deployment. And you remember?
Yes.
Remember I put that in your deck? I helped you with that one?
Yes, and it actually helped, and I actually put it in my Cyber Dragon deck too.
Tell me, what does fusion deployment do?
Well, fusion deployment pretty much says you reveal one fusion monster from your extra deck, then you get to special summon one of its materials from the deck or the hand, and after that you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for fusion summoning.
Not that it matters, because Vert Anaconda says you can't special summon after that. And pretty much it says, oh, summon anything you want from the deck, basically. So it's not just summon Dragoon. Let's say if you don't have Dragoon. I'll summon something from the deck just because, and if that thing has an effect that's beneficial for me and locks out my opponent, oh shit.
Yeah.
So it's not limited to just that fusion summon. Vert Anaconda is too flexible, too splashable. It needs to be hit. It should have been.
It should have been hit, especially since it's one of the catalysts for most of the OTK decks, especially when people splashing not only Anaconda in, but Red Eyes Fusion, which we're going to get to in a minute, and Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, which we'll also get to in a minute. So honestly, Vert's Anaconda should have been hit. It should have been banned, in my opinion.
Anaconda is a very big problem, and I abuse him. We all do, and I'm being straight honest on it. Paying $2,000 to fusion any monster from the extra deck is worse than what we had with
product placement.
Yep, exactly. Every time we played Dragon Link, they were abused. We had a Link 3 that can bring out any broken synchro from the deck. Extra deck, and got banned. And now you have his two little friends abusing the meta. And what happens? They bring one from the deck. The other one brings one from the graveyard or the banish area.
Alright, let's get back. Let's get to the other two cards that I mentioned during my explanation, which are Red Eyes Fusion and Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Now, both of us as Dark Magician players, we love playing these two cards because they belong in our kind of decks. And of course, with our buddy Sean, it belongs in his Red Eyes deck because he's a Red Eyes duelist.
It belongs in a museum!
But we have too many people in the game splashing Red Eyes Fusion, Vert Anaconda, and Red Eyes Dark Dragoon in every damn deck known to man.
Apologize!
And 90% of them never even touched the Dark Magician or the Red Eyes until now.
Exactly. Everyone always saying, yo, I ain't gonna put Dark Magician or Red Eyes in my deck. Oh, they suck, man. They're just old school fodder. Fuck them.
And now we got this, and Vert Anaconda is like, oh, hey, guess what? Now suddenly Dark Magician and Red Eyes is cool. Really? No, you don't respect the card. You have no respect for it. Konami has had no respect for it because of this nonsense.
Time to put your mouth where our balls are.
And the fact that they haven't changed the ban list for this, they don't respect Dark Magician or Red Eyes players. Now, I can understand, at this point I can't understand Red Eyes Fusion getting hit and getting banned, because honestly, I didn't want to see it get banned. I run a Red Eyes deck. My Red Eyes deck relies on Red Eyes Fusion sometimes. And if that shit got banned, then I'd have to redo my entire deck just to make it work again. But at this rate, I'm tired of seeing people playing my card when they haven't even touched it, like you said. 90% of the people haven't even touched it in their lives, and now they're playing it. Are you kidding me? It's like, no. Learn to play Red Eyes without it, and I will prove to you that I can play Red Eyes without it. When I first built Red Eyes, I used Red Eyes Fusion. I knew its limitations. I knew it would cost me a lot, and the card I played was Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. That was my go-to. And when you used it, you could only summon once that turn, and that was it. Yep. That was the card. If you played that card and they negated it, you couldn't summon.
The problem with the people nowadays that play is that they always want to go for the OTK. No one actually want to have fun and actually drag the duel out for a longer period of time. And that's the kind of that's the Yu-Gi-Oh that I grew up with. I mean, I've been playing since day freaking one.
Same here.
Back when we just had Yugi and Kaiba's starter decks, and now it's turned into, oh, we're not gonna give you the time of day. We're just gonna play this.
Game over.
With infinite negates. You can't play. Go fuck yourself.
And then when you draw your card, actually, you don't even go to your draw phase. As soon as your draw phase starts, you don't even pick up your card. You're just like, fuck it, I quit.
See, when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I didn't win instantly. I got my ass handed.
Same.
And I learned the hard way. You know what? You got to be an asshole sometimes. The way they treat you is the way you treat your opponent.
And then they tell us like, oh, you're just saying that this card shouldn't be banned because you're biased. Meanwhile, if those people had their special, their specialty banned, then hey, then they can go cry me a river somewhere.
See, like people love to play hand traps. So I'll build a deck that only depends on one thing: destroying your hand.
Exactly.
And then what? How are you going to play?
I mean, like a couple of years ago when they came out of nowhere and banned number 95, Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, I was pissed to high heaven, because it was being used not only in Blue Eyes, but it was also being used in other decks that actually can bring it out and actually go for an OTK. Now, looking back on it, I'm not too angry that that's banned, but what I am angry about is these three cards currently, today, not getting hit.
Like, for instance, the one card that people say is no good anymore, I still see is very playable. You got Cyberjar.
Yes! They need to bring that back to one.
I missed that card. I really do.
That
allows you to actually play. It's like, oh, I bricked, but I have this card, set it, they attack, hey, maybe I'll get monsters. Yes, I got 4 monsters, my opponent got like 3. Okay, so now it evens things out just a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. They need to bring back Cyberjar to at least 1.
See, and if you really want to go really old school, Fiber Pot can come back.
Oh, Fiberjar? I don't know. Do I really feel like going through the game another, 2-3 times before I'm actually able to defeat my opponent?
You know what's really fucked up? Combo that shit with First of the Dragons.
Oh, dear God!
Everything goes back to deck except for that guy.
That's not fair. That'd be the main reason why Fiberjar doesn't come back.
I tried that shit in Legacy of Duelist years ago, and I was like, I got a monster to attack you directly. You don't have shit to protect yourself.
See, and now everybody's abusing the new Link 1 bird that's not affected by anything. It's a common card.
Wait, that wing beast thing? It was like a dark red raptor thingy, or I forget what it was called.
Yeah, I forgot what he's called too, but he's more abusable. He only hits you for 100. Then you got Zeus.
Oh God, Zeus!
And what's funny, Zeus was not even restricted.
Zeus wasn't touched during this ban list. That's another thing that I'm actually surprised for. But the thing is that Zeus is barely getting any play, depending on the deck that it's being used for.
And he's a $70 card.
Yeah, only fucking Draco Malfoy can afford to play that damn card.
What's the matter, Potter? Bit beyond your reach.
Now, there's one other card that people and their mamas just want to come back for the longest time, and that is Max C.
No, are you crazy?
Everyone, I am sorry to say, and I mean no disrespect to any of y'all, but get your head out your ass. Max C was a danger for a reason, and that reason is the reason why it is banned.
But it's still legal in OCG.
That's OCG. We're playing TCG, and I respect that. That's OCG. We're playing TCG, and I respect that. The thing is that with Max C was a deck drainer. That's all it was. It's like in this day and age, you have Max C in your deck. You're going against a deck that does nothing but special summon out the yin yang. Let's give a really good example. Dragon Link. Okay, sure. You're gonna special summon. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play Max C. You're gonna go this, and yeah, I already have like half, if not most, of my deck in my hand. When you just special summon like a good 20 times. So yeah. Do we really want that nightmare back? I'm sorry, but that could stay banned.
I know a lot of people said Fusion Deployment wasn't a good card, and look at it now. Everybody's playing it.
Fusion Deployment's a great card. If it wasn't for Sean getting me to play that damn card, I would not have a good card to bring out Dark Magician or any other card in my Dark Magician deck. I would not have that in my Cyber Dragon deck in order to bring out Cyber Dragon in order to go into Cyber Dragon Nova or Cyber Dragon Infinity or any other Cyber Dragon fusion monster.
No, yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying there's people that the card you say sucks is the most beneficial card through the entire meta, and people don't want to admit it until it's too late.
Exactly.
Keep in mind that Fusion Deployment, it'll lock you out of other extra deck summons. It'll keep you only in Fusion summons for that turn. But it's a good card to combo with Keeper of Dragon Magic because they both have the same effect, the same drawback.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, Keeper of Dragon Magic, discard, get Fusion Deployment, play Fusion Deployment, bring out other material. If you already happen to have polymerization, poly, fuse it.
Exactly. That's how the combo usually goes. I mean, hell, if I was gonna change my Blue Eyes deck around to its Fusion variant and I was playing Fusion Deployment in there, people would not like me because of that shit.
See,
because that's a free Blue Eyes on the field.
See now, if you really want to go back old school Yu-Gi-Oh, you can play Ground Collapse. Okay.
No. I'm laughing because I would not be the only one that would actually think of that, and I'm glad I'm not the only one that would think
you
that.
Mean,
oh my
Gravity
God.
Collapse?
Son, play Gravity Collapse with freaking Ojama Trio.
I used to run Gravity Collapse in one of my synchro decks. It was hilarious.
Oh God.
See, and
I ran it in my synchros.
It was hilarious.
And people don't like to use Creature Swap.
Now,
Now, it's non-targeting. So, you can take their Dragoon if you want.
Yeah.
And say,
yeah, assuming they don't have another card, because even if they summon Dragoon by way of Red Eyes Fusion, they can still set a monster face down, and if you use Creature Swap, they might just give you the face down monster and say, go fuck your money.
No, but here's the fun part. That's where you bounce it back to their hand.
Speaking of Creature Swap, there is another card that Sean actually put me on when I was making my Blue Eyes Ritual deck that actually turns the deck into a specific OTK type of deck, and that is Sheehan's Spy. Because pretty much you have Sheehan's Spy in your hand, you bring out a couple of incantations. You have your setup for Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon in your hand. You bring out Chaos Max. Then you play Sheehan's Spy. Sheehan's Spy, you give them one of your incantation monsters that's still in defense mode, by the way. Then, battle phase, Blue Eyes attacks that incantation monster, dealing double piercing damage. Game over.
You lose!
See, but...
It's the same thing that could happen with Creature Swap.
See, and now... if you're an old school Yu-Gi player, we're getting new Gaia support. And they're
Yeah, I'm
gonna
looking at
become
you,
a bigger
Sean.
threat. You're getting a new fusion monster, and he's pretty
Retarded.
insane.
Shout out to Robert Alvarez, who hated Mystic Mine.
See, the thing is with Gaia is that no one would actually touch Gaia the Fierce Knight back in the day unless he was a part of Yugi's starter deck. Now we have all this other Gaia support that came out throughout the years, and we're still getting more Gaia support in the future. And it's like no one still wants to give Gaia a try, even though the current fusion monster that it has is it's
Holy shit.
it's not fair, but it is beatable.
Oh, it is
Exactly.
so fair.
No, it's beatable.
Yeah.
It's beatable, but I still say it's
You
not
just
fair.
banish him away once he has 0.
So, what other cards do we have to talk about that should have gotten hit or that should have came
Well,
off the ban
we should
list?
let people know how restricted Red Eye Fusion really is. Because they think they can just bypass it. It doesn't work that way.
Now, if you take away Verde Anaconda, you're limited to Red Eyes Fusion's ability. Because Red Eyes Fusion, it specifically says you cannot normal or special summon the same turn you activate this card, but you can still set. So
Exactly.
if this card gets Ash Blossomed, there go your summons. You can't use that effect. Your summons are dead in the water. So that's why I said take away Verde Anaconda. You can't get around that that drawback.
Exactly.
The drawback stays, and I Ash Blossom? Yeah, that's a wasted turn. You might as well set a monster. Fuck, I don't have any monsters in my hand that was relying on that spell. Oh no, woe is me. Oh, see, I've been in that position. It's not fun, but it's a risk. If you're willing to take it, it's a good card to have, and it's not too broken. It has so many drawbacks.
Right.
And with Called by the Grave at 1, it's going to be very impossible for you to actually have it in your hand in order for you to negate that Ash Blossom.
Yeah, so Red Eyes players who had a bunch of Called by the Graves, they no longer have that option. They're just stuck with the 1, and the chances of you getting that is very slim.
See, until Crossout comes out,
Oh, God.
then you're going to have another problem. This time it's not hitting the grave, it's hitting your deck.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, remind me again what Crossout does.
Well, crossout is more situational than it is. Well, for more.
No, primarily, if you banish the monster that's on the field, it doesn't remove all copies. It removes 1 from the deck.
Mm.
And if you, it does a target.
No, because...
Wait a minute, for all that, we might as well just play Karma Cut. I just realized that.
Because crossout designator only it gets rid of all your copies of the deck.
Yes, Karma Cut does the same thing.
But
is it original name?
But crossout designator is a very situation type of card, which it's only going to be played used in the side deck. But I feel like it's not going to have a high impact as what it is when it's to come. That's why OCG has Called by the Grave at 2 and Crossout Designator at 3. If that makes sense, a reasonable explanation.
I'm going to give y'all a fair warning right now. When Crossout Designator comes out, don't be upset, don't be angry if that shit comes out and it's already at like $15, $20, and then weeks later it's at $50 or $60.
No, it's gonna be a secret.
Like I said, don't be angry.
Oh, I'm looking at it now. You banish 1 card with that name from your deck, and whatever's on the field with that same original name, till the end of the turn, its effects are negated.
Yeah.
I was thinking, wait, can I banish a Red Eyes to negate Dragoon? No, you can't. It has to be original name. Because his name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon if you summon him using Red Eyes Fusion. Any monster you summon using Red Eyes Fusion, its name is automatically Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Right.
So if anybody's running a Dark Magician deck against you, they can Super Poly it and summon their Dragoon.
Exactly.
You gotta watch out for that.
Exactly.
See, we all play Dark Magician, but they're not the same.
Right. We all have different variants, different versions of the deck.
And
That's what make our
makes
decks
it
unique. That's what make our decks unique, and as you just said, make them fun.
Yeah, they're unique and Monique.
What about my daughters, Monique and Unique? What about them? What's in it for me?
But out of everything else, that's not the big threat. Coming, Cyber Dragons will be coming back with Cyber Darks. And then you're really going to be moaning and crying for how much pain you're going to get.
Which I'm mixing the two archetypes together: Cyber Dragons and Cyber Darks.
Oh, so you're gonna make the Underworld deck?
Yes,
pretty much from GX.
You're gonna have a heart attack
too.
Because I actually made that deck once in my life. It worked out for a little while.
I have the Cyber Darks.
And I had to add a few dragons to it, including Blue Eyes, just to make it more
right.
But
more
thing is,
equip
I used
heavy.
to run them pure back in the day.
Mm.
And now it's a $900 card for Cyber Dark Dragon.
Wait, what?
What card is 900?
The only listing on TCG, Cyber Dark Dragon. The first one.
Oh my god, that's right. The original print of Cyber Dark Dragon.
It's a $900 card.
Yeah.
And for one of the Cyber Darks is $1,000 on TCG Player.
Wait, I gotta see this for myself because this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be real funny.
The original print, huh? I'm gonna have to go back into my extra deck quiver when I get home and check that out. Because that shit's $900. I'm selling that. I'll sell it, buy a case.
Wait, the original from Cyber Dark Impact?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm seeing that for $41.99.
People was already putting it on high prices last night when the news came out.
Jeez. Let me see how let me see like the highest it's been. Holy crap! Near Mint First Edition King of Games is actually selling it for $500.
Cyber Dark Dragon is not.
What is that?
Oh,
That's the ultimate.
you're talking about the ultimate rare.
Oh, I don't have that. Never mind. I don't have $900.
I'm talking about the ultra rare. The ultra rare King of Games is actually selling it the highest at $500.
Yeah, it's $900 near Mint First.
Yeah.
Anyway, we established that Anyway, move on. Next card.
I feel the Cyber Darks, the fusion card, is going to be a big problem for them.
I don't think so. I would like to say that Cyber Darks is very formidable, but it can be easily taken over. And the one thing that could actually take it over, in my opinion, is another Cyber Dragon deck. I'm talking pure Cyber Dragons with a few Galaxy Soldiers here and there, and maybe a Kaiju or two. But the thing is that Cyber Darks is the same as Cyber Dragon. They're all machine-type monsters. So, in other words, I can literally just say, oh, that is a cute Cyber Dark Dragon you have there. Guess what? You have a monster I don't, special summon Cyber Dragon. Then I'm going to say, screw you. I'm going to contact fuse with your monster to bring out Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon.
Mega Fleet.
Yep.
So, like I said, Cyber Dark Dragon is not going to be a big threat. Honestly, I think it can be overtaken.
Well,
until the structure that comes out, we don't know yet.
Well, with the new scrap monster, that might make the deck even a little more broken.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, if anyone gets that structure deck and anyone actually remakes their Cyber Dragon deck the way they want it with the Cyber Darks, I will gladly challenge them, and I will actually record this and put this on my channel.
Done and done.
Yeah.
Whether I win or lose, dude, I'm going to put that on the channel, and I'm going to say this is going to be one hell of a game. So I accept your challenge.
Challenge accepted.
Now, aside from those, what other cards do you feel probably should have been hit by the ban list?
Evolution Pill.
Oh, shit.
Wait, double or ultra?
Yes.
No. Oh, my God. Jesus, no.
No,
Yeah,
realistic.
well, I'm looking dead at you for this one, guys. Well, the way you play your Dino deck. The way you play your Dino deck.
That's fine. But also the fact that, like, I actually let you, because you're the only one that can say that, because these two would never agree that they're not biased towards Dragoon not being banned. Only you have done that. Which I give you respect for.
Look at this. We went into great detail as to why we thought so, but you deflected.
I'm not, but it's also the
you
fact
deflected.
That, yeah, but it's like you guys
have an argument. You don't.
No. It's fine. I mean, but it's just the fact that listen, NegroYasha actually is not biased. You guys are. Just letting you guys know that.
We're not biased.
You are.
No, we just said you weren't here for the first half of the video. We just said that Verde Anaconda is unfair no matter what deck you're playing it in.
It's fine, but we gotta, you can't, like, if Miscellaneous Source and Double Evolution Pill you want banned, I can say that too.
I didn't say I wanted that shit banned.
Listen,
I never said banned. I said restricted.
I said, then I feel like Dragoon should be restricted or banned.
Restricted is fine. I agree with restricted.
Restricted or banned, again, like I said before, it's no black off my nose.
Though. You're not biased.
But I just said the same thing he did. You said I'm biased.
You are, though. Because you always put Anaconda first, not Dragoon. Just letting you know.
Yeah, he put Anaconda first.
I put Miscellaneous Source first, and Evolution Pill first, no matter what. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you can't say Dragoon needs to be first, you know what I'm saying? Without, Anaconda, you know what I'm saying?
What I said Anaconda needs to be first on the ban list because it's too busted.
Fine.
Dragoon can be limited. I pretty much just said the same thing that he said. You can't say that he said this and I said the exact same thing and you say I'm biased and he's not. You can't have it both ways.
I mean, hell, there are plenty of times where I didn't use Verte Anaconda or Red Eyes Fusion and I was able to bring out both copies of my Dragoon on one freaking turn. Actually,
Keeper.
on the first freaking turn!
Let me guess, it was Keeper and Fusion Deployment, right?
No, Polymerization and either... if I didn't have Polymerization, Secrets of Dark Magic, along with Magical Eyes Fusion.
Yeah. That is pretty busted. And I gave him that damn formula. What do you do?
Cheap ass.
So, overall...
Since I earned Dragoon, I might as well just toss it in here.
Well, hold on, what deck is that?
Kitchen sink.
What the fuck is a kitchen sink?
Kitchen sink is what it is. Primarily, all the best cards that works, that are splashable, goes into a deck.
So basically,
it's called a kitchen sink.
So basically, autopilot.
Yeah.
So basically, you're being Dick One now.
But it's only used in tournaments. No. Dick One uses it against you and everyone else. He uses kitchen sink only for tournaments, so that's way different than what it is.
Thank you, Robin.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever, man.
Let's not paint him on a different bus.
No.
Whatever. I'm not gonna pick on this guy. But next card.
The one card that everybody don't always use is the one card that can be your downfall. And nobody's really using Imperial Order as much.
That's because not a lot of people are using pendulums as much. Because everyone knows that is the pendulum's kryptonite.
Right. But at the same time...
and anti-spell fragrance.
Of course. And they're not using the trap version of Imperial Order. Now they're going to be using Royal Decree because everything is trap heavy.
That is true, but then at the same time, if we were going to go into a tournament and, say Sean and I come out of nowhere with a Jinzo deck, then we're ready to party.
And Element of Surprise.
So stunned by Jinzo.
Element of Surprise is the best thing of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Exactly.
That's why I tell people, you play. If you're playing a prick, you destroy the prick, you make him cry, and you make him retire.
Basically, snip his balls off. Tell him, I'm going to hold on to these, because you don't need them no more.
No, what? When I played at Neutral Ground, I retired a guy for 7 months. And when he saw me again, every time I entered tournaments, he picked up his bag and left.
I remember that!
You're a fucking bully.
Yes.
This right here is the face of a bully. Just letting y'all know. Oh, shit.
No, he saw me, picked up his bag and left. He said, fuck it.
I'm going to take my card to go home.
You took all the fun out of it.
And I'm like, what, you don't want to play Dark Magician? Okay.
It's
And
just
that's
Dark
what I always
Magician.
use.
Don't get scared. It's only Dark Magician. It's not like it's going to magically cut your
And
balls off or anything.
Dark Magical Circle came. The card of choice back then was Dimension Magic.
Yes.
And I OTK'd you with Dimension Magic. Loaded hand, attack, and then do Ring of Destruction.
It's the same one that Elliot gave us.
If there was one card that I would wish would come off the ban list and be restricted at 1.
Masterpiece?
No. To hell with that monster. No. Believe it or not, it's an old trap card that literally would be a game winner for a lot of decks back in the day. And that deck would be Return from the Different Dimension.
Yep.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Yep.
Bring that back at 1. See how players react to certain decks coming back into the fold. Like, say, Black Wings, if a lot of them get banished for no reason, then out of nowhere, I set a card face down, I end my turn, you come at me with all that, sure, I'm still alive. My turn, I draw, standby phase, return from a different dimension, I pay half my life points, bring this, and just synchro my ass off.
See, back then, we used to abuse 3 monsters that had the same name.
Mm-hmm.
And they can make a comeback. In Chaos decks, but people don't think.
It was some funny shit.
So, overall, there's ways of playing old school
Yes.
and use it with some of the new school. But a lot of people don't want to think.
What did you say?
I said, bring back Maxi.
No! We already talked about that earlier!
You go to hell!
You go to hell! You go to hell and you die!
No, y'all were just scaredy kids.
No,
I don't really care.
Jackson.
No, see the thing is,
Maxi
no, we already
came
talked
back-
about this earlier.
Maxi slows down the game tremendously. Once you like, let's say let's put up your Dragon Link conversation.
Yeah.
To add to that, let's say I'm playing you against Dragon Link. You Maxi me, right? And you're over here. Oh, holy shit! You got 6 cards in your hand. You know what I'm saying? I have to soon cancel my turn because of the amount of card economy you have in the card. Yes, like just like Dragoon. You know what I'm saying? It's a format changing card. Maxi can also be that way. But the game comes severely balanced all across the board when you have the card designs of Maxi.
All right.
Right.
Or
I was trying to
anything
say
like
a
that.
point before I was rudely interrupted by the miscellaneous source in the back.
You didn't say the magic word.
Have you read the Mies?
I didn't miss.
Yes.
I think Maxi could come back to 3 simply because combo players that try to do boards of where your opponent can't play, because everything is so tightly adjusted in terms of their ratios, would not play Maxi. So that means everyone else who's either playing Rogue or anti-meta that has availability for Maxi, oh, you want to take 10 minutes for your turn, that's fine. The minute I drop the Maxine, you don't have the Ash, or you don't have the Call By, or you don't have something to negate it outright, which, let's be fair, it's a lot weaker now than it was back then, Maxi that is.
Or draw a lockbird.
So, yeah. So here's the thing. That combo player is not going to want to play because they're not going to have the room, because it'll mess up with their consistency. They'll do all this ridiculous la-la-la-la-la-la on their turn, and then they got to decide, are they going to end on a subpar board where you're allowed to play, or go full combo and allow the opponent to start their turn with like 10 to 15, 20 cards in their hands?
All right.
And the worst reason why I say that Maxi should stay banned,
Why?
Exodia.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I know you don't care for the mechanic, but I would love to see these twinkle-toed, numbnut, monkey brain people that play Oonga Boonga you can't play to get Exodia so they can sit their ass down.
All right. Here's a good instance. Snatch Steal.
Oh,
Came
God.
off the ban list and
One
was
format.
gone the same day. Because that's how abused and
One
overpowered
format
it
had stuck around, and one format later they realized, oh, damn, we were smoking that good reefer. Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
The thing is, the funny thing is that in technicality, it's still here in spirit with the one equipped spell card for tunes. Comic Hand!
Yeah, but
It's
unlike
very
Snatch
situational,
Steal,
though.
Comic Can, you actually have to build a deck around it, and if it happens, it doesn't necessarily mean game, but it does help to fight, because tunes inherently aren't, oh my god, they're amazing, but tunes have a way to deal with nonsense.
No,
Yes.
Like, you conjure your opponent, you use the Comic Can, now your Godzilla becomes a tune.
Bunga bunga.
I attack directly, It's the greatest thing in the world, just like, wait, you just kaiju'd my best monster? Yeah, now I'm taking it back. Yoink!
Or pretty much what Pegasus did to Merrick in that scripted duel,
Oh, he took
where
Wind Dragon
Merrick
Rock.
brought out the Wind Dragon of Ra, and then Pegasus come out of nowhere and says, "I'm going to play Comic Hand. I'm going to take your god." Now it's the Toon Wind Dragon of Ra.
The Toon Wind Dragon of Ra. I was like, that's funny.
The one card I was hoping that would have came back would be my boy Harpor.
Who?
Harpor.
Oh, hell no. That motherfucker can stay banned. I'm sorry.
2-1.
Nah, I'm sorry.
2-1.
You know I played
He was so problematic. I'm
Anthony,
sorry.
I want Harpor back.
Not to be rude, but don't be biased.
Yeah.
No.
Orcus are not as ridiculous as they were 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly why I said Harpor
remember
can
my
stay
Orcus deck.
banned. I'm sorry. It was too problematic for me.
Well, that's because
you couldn't play around it.
But I'm saying compared to now, all the tools they've given us now, even if Orcus got back Harpor, there's so many ways that you, even with your lower tier decks, can say, I'm going to give you the middle finger in attack mode and end my turn.
Yeah.
And so, like, Orcus, if we had Gear Suit and all the stuff we've had now, back then, with Harpor still legal, yeah, alright, I see your problem. But now, there's like a dozen cards that even with Orcus, with all of their tools, they just can't stand on their own 2 feet. And
Exactly.
It sucks. And as much as I don't like Sky Strikers, I wouldn't mind if Engage came back just because...
You shut your cocksucker, you son of a bitch!
The reason why I'd be okay with it is because Engage at 3? Absolutely not. But they can bring Engage to any number if Hornet Drones was banned. Dude, if Hornet Drones, the enabler of the nonsense, was gone, you can have Engage back at 3. Now, mind you, I hate Sky Striker. But if you get rid of the token generator to link up and do whatever you want, you can give them back everything else
To be
because
honest, though,
there's so many things now that can't be targeted.
Right.
So all of their effects, their key plays, target.
Are lackluster.
But as long as that token card, that Hornet Drones exists, yeah, no, I'm sorry, Engage can't come back. But the minute they decide to smarten up, go ahead, sure. Because I wanted to build the deck when it came out because it reminded me of Battle Angel and Alita. Or that game that came out with the Nier Automata. But unfortunately, when I saw it as everything else being played as an engine, I was just like, oh, never mind. I guess I'll just go sit in the kitty corner.
Yeah.
And this is the age of Eldritch. So Eldritch is going to be abused.
Age of Eldritch.
It's going to be the age of Eldritch. You're all going to cry.
So sad. Oh, you can see them weeping. The tears. They're so upset.
And people are going to feel like, oh, he got to go. You know what?
My strength will make you cry.
In a pure zombie build. So his restriction means nothing to me.
Patrick Thompson too.
And you can play him with...
too.
No! I wouldn't mind Packetops at any number. No! But at the same time...
What is good enough?
I
You
didn't
just
mind
want to be spoiled, you title player!
I don't mind Packetops.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you smell that? Bias.
Do you smell it? Because I smell it. All I smell is your bullshit.
You have no reason to say they're biased now!
Okay.
Your time is still
All right.
So anyway,
sorry,
we're nearing the end of the video. Was there any more, like, one single card you wanted to touch base on?
Change your heart.
No, that can stay banned. I'm sorry.
That can stay banned until they
That can stay banned to high hell. I'm sorry. That is
We
too
already have
powerful.
Change of Heart. It's called Triple Tactical Talents.
But no one's going to be paying $80 or higher for that card.
Mind you,
I agree with you.
What? The situation
But I
that
will
me and
honestly
Harry-
admit, if that card was around the $40 to $50 range, I would not mind getting a playset.
Exactly. If it was like $40 or $30, I wouldn't mind getting at least one copy.
And when Dogmatica first came out, the whole ideology of the lore, just like the World Chalice lore, the World Legacy lore,
yes.
My only concern was that your search card, just like Abomination's Prison, which is for Unchained, first off, isn't an actual archetype named card, which just means it's hard to get it yourself, which means you would have to play 3. But then you make the card up to, at some point it was like $100, and it's like, I feel like you'd sell more copies to more people that liked that spellcaster theme, because spellcasters, if it was more accessible, maybe $35 to $50.
Yeah.
But I feel like
it gets reprinted.
In my opinion, like cards like Zeus, Triple Tactical, I feel like those cards are good to be at the $100 mark because it's a certain player base that only plays them anyway. You know what I'm saying? And because of the fact that
I feel like all of these cards, and not being biased, as powerful as they can be, would do us all a lot better if everyone could afford them on some level instead of having to wait for a reprint.
Like instead of them being like 80, like $100 or 120.
Like if all of these cards capped out at maybe 50
or 60,
everyone would have them, and it would be more diverse. So it's like, oh, because I didn't spend my paycheck on this card, I can't play. Yeah.
Give me, I need.
Here's the main problem with the current state of Yu-Gi-Oh is that everyone is buying up all these damn cards and making them so damn expensive for no damn reason. I have a synchro monster in my money binder that used to be cents. Now it's like $8 or $9.
Secondary market.
Exactly.
But the good news is, when the next video we'll post will be a box opening of Ghosts of the Past.
And I would actually like to be here for it if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
See, just because we're on separate teams and doing our own thing, just because we have different ways of how we run things, we fully respect each other in the sense where it's like, we can't necessarily mesh our ideas together in the sense of being in the same team, but we're all still best of friends. Yeah. And hell, when COVID and all this other nonsense is finally over, we wouldn't mind entering tournaments together just to see which team is better, to actually, put each other to the test and actually see who's learned more in this time period.
But no matter what,
it's a lot of likes. We could actually do a team gauntlet if you guys want.
Yeah,
but if Anthony, since he's an admin on the other team, I want Daquan to play me, and I challenge Daquan because he's a coward.
2 hours later.
Did you whip him? Hell yes. I used my face to break the son of a bitch's hand.
The main thing about members on both teams, the main thing that we have to remember on both teams is that we're all friends first.
Yeah,
we shouldn't let a heated rivalry get in the way of friendship that we've had for like maybe 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years.
This is not wrestling. I have a thing against anybody in your team, especially Daquan. It's just the fact that I would love to play him.
And this is not wrestling, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, don't worry, there's no championship belt yet.
Yet being the operative word. Once that happens, all bets are off. But on a serious note, even with the championship belt, we're all still friends.
Of course.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
Alright? So I guess that'll wrap it up for this video.
And now you can do it because he didn't pause it the last time.
Yeah, no, he's going to do it again. He's going to do it right now. Watch.
Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Did you want to say something? Alright, go ahead.
I'm watching you this time.
No
matter what you... Stop it! No matter what you do, no matter where you go, even if it's still at home, stop it! For a remote duel tournament at your own home. Always and forever remember, time.
Alright,
say it fast. Watch ass! There you go.
And right away, always have coffee in hand for Robin. Have a nice day.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yo, I had people coming into my place. Hang on, let me get on this.
I had people coming into my place saying, yo, Sean, you got a chainsaw I don't know about? And I'm like, no. And they're like, what is that? I'm like, no, you're not on video. It's just us. So anyway, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, I am colonizing this phrase. White front to back.
Another word. Wash ass! Wash ass!
I don't think they heard you.
I said, wash your motherfucking ass!
With soap and water.